Hey guys, it's the Artsy Gamer, back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, yes, you know how it works, maybe a little bit of food, and let's do this. Oh guys, you know how it works. Let's take a sip of black coffee, come on. Yes, there we go, going on my spiral coaster there. And yes, if you are new here today and you're into retrospectives, complete and boxed experiences, art and graphic design, and of course the odd bit of nostalgic talk, then you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And oh my god guys, if you're enjoying the Artsy Gamer mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then yeah, just pop on your notification bell, held by Tails there. Now can we just congratulate Leonie for bagging the PlayStation 1 Hagrid. Oh, here it is. Yes, there we go. Well done, Leonie. Leonie entered my competition that I run a week ago. Obviously, she applied using the details. And yes, yesterday was the announcement video. And oh my gosh, I put my hand in that lovely Simpsons hat, pulled out the name, and yes, it was Leonie. So well done. Thank you for entering. And I'm really happy it went to Leonie because she's a massive fan of the channel, always commenting and getting involved. So thank you, Leonie. And yes, I'm really happy that is going to you. So yes, I'll be in contact with you at some stage later today and we'll arrange how I get this to you. But guys, oh my word, it's December, it's Christmas time. I'm feeling festive, I'm feeling giving, is that the right word? And yes, I am going to be doing a triple giveaway this month, shall I say. So yes, that was the basic Hagrid. As you guys know, yesterday I drew the full figure Hagrid, and yes, we will be doing a Let's Colour today, so definitely stay tuned for that. We don't actually really have to hit a major milestone. No, all I'm going to do is once I've completed this, then yes, another competition will go live, and then all you have to do is enter using the details that I put on that video. So yes, stay tuned and all is to play for you, because I know David has got his eye on the full figure PS1 Hagrid.
Full figure PS1 Hagrid.
Well, talking about this one, yes, that is what we're going to do today, is the weekend. And if you are new here, over the weekends we do Let's Draws and Let's Colours. And yeah, wow. We're going to get set up in the art studio very quickly after I go through the media that we need today to colour in this bad boy. So if you have been following along with me, we do need some pencil colours. And Hagrid, he's very iconic, isn't he? With horrible browns and light browns and blacks and greys and greens. It's that kind of vibe, isn't it? So all those colours I suggested, really. You just need to grab those kind of pencil colours there. Very dull colours, I would say. Maybe an odd yellow here and there, and obviously the green for his like inner jacket and top there. But apart from that, those are kind of like the dull colours that you will need if you are following along, because I know there are some that do. I know there are some people that do, or try to, at least with my instructions. They can be all a little bit off, but
at least with my instructions, they can be all a little bit off, but
yeah. And tips that we need today: bit of green, obviously, bit of yellow, bit of red. There is a brown. I didn't actually manage to find it for the camera, but I will do. So definitely get a brown tip. Yeah, maybe a bit of yellow, a black, and a thin red tip as well. So yes, those are the kind of tips that you do need to be able to go around those colours if you are following along with my kind of art style. Whether or not we actually go around the figure with the tips today, I don't know. I am a little bit pushed for time today. I am quite busy, but I will give you an example of what to do. But OG subscribers will know that it is just going around the full figure with like the specific colours that match the colours of the pencil crayon. But you know how it works. I'll get there when I get there. But yes, guys, grab your teas and coffees. We're going to get set up in the art studio and we'll finish off colouring in Hagrid, the full figure one. Okay then guys, here we are. Oh my god, the camera is shaking like hell today. I do apologise.
Oh my god, the camera is shaking like hell today. I do apologise.
Anyway, we are here set up in the art studio again. I am using this camera angle. Again, please give me some feedback. Is this a good camera angle? I would love to know. Or would you prefer that top-down view that I had previously? At the moment, I'm quite liking this because it also gives me two different ways to show you. I can zoom in a little bit, then pull back, zoom in a little bit and pull back, whereas the previous version, it wouldn't allow me to do that. And this also prevents the focusing and unfocusing as well. But again, let me know. Right then, we are going to be doing our Let's Colour today. And like usual, I have already gone and pre-done some stuff, you know, that Blue Peter style. I've already done a few little bits and bobs, and I will talk you through what I have done, but we're going to just colour all the bits that I haven't actually coloured in yet. Obviously, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Guys, come on, let's grab a sip of coffee.
Obviously, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Guys, come on, let's grab a sip of coffee.
And we will begin. Let's go. All right then. So we are going to start off with his jacket. My pencils are flown all the way over my sofa there, but anyway. And to start off with, as you can see, I have just started to do my shading areas. What do I like to call them? The shade. What do I normally call them, guys? Dr. Black Eagle, you'll be able to help me out there. The darker shady shadows. No, that's not even it. But
The darker shady shadows. No, that's not even it. But
anyway, that's what I've started to do here, guys. I've just made some really angular shapes around where I think some shaded areas would be. Now, Hagrid is a PS1 character. Everything is angular. We're trying to avoid rounded shapes like C's and circles and stuff like that. Yes, yesterday we needed to make some circles to be able to build out a figure, but now we've got that in place. You just have to start to angle off some of those rounded areas. As you can see on the foot, I did use a big kind of circle oval shape to create that feature, but then with the black liner, I started to angle some of those things off. And that's exactly what you need to do with our shaded areas. When you are doing it, you do need to make sharp angles. So over here, I have actually done like a curvy blob just to show you an example of what it looks like when you've done angles and what it looks like when you've done kind of like a curvy blob. Now, up until now, and OG members of the channel, that is what we've often done, is big blobs. But for Hagrid, it's a PS1 character using all those polygons, so they need to be angular. So if you have already started to go away in colour, because I know some people do, some people don't always often wait for me, I would try to actually start to, make those a bit angular rather than like roundy blobs. So if you have already done that, don't worry. I can show you a quick tip on how to just angle them off, and it's really simple. And again, that's when we can show you how to do the shaded areas as well. So if you have done a blob, you're just going to cut in really deep and just make a line that cuts across the rounded areas. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then after you've done that, really simple, you can just press really hard because this is a shaded area. All right, and press really hard. And then you're starting to create that deeper, darker shadow. I think that's what I normally call it, isn't it, Dr. Black Eagle?
that deeper, darker shadow. I think that's what I normally call it, isn't it, Dr. Black Eagle?
Deeper, darker shadows.
Deeper, darker shadows.
Oh my word. Okay, lovely. So that's exactly what we're doing now. And for his coat, it is just kind of like a dark red. I wouldn't say it's a very bright red at all. Heading towards more of a maroon colour. Okay, just like that. And then there you have it. You've got a kind of like an angular shaded area, which I think will be really effective actually. It'll really give that retro vibe. And make sure we're pressing really hard, get it a good old deep colour. Fantastic. Okay, now again, I'm just going to show you now what I would do just straight off the cuff. I have deliberately left a few areas here to be able to do that. So maybe just coming up here from his belt, I might just make a bit of an off triangle, something like that, just like that, okay? And I might just feed it on a little bit there, just to make it a bit more of an angular shape. And once you've done that, again, you press really hard into that pencil colour to create that shaded area and that shaded effect. All right. Lovely. Again, so once you've done that, and I'm pretty happy with his waistcoat now, guys. All right. You're then just going to get your pencil colour and you're just going to colour over the whole thing, obviously avoiding his belt, in one shade. All right, and then that will create that lovely kind of speckled effect of darker colours, lighter colours, just to create a little bit of shading, really, which I think will work really well with this Hagrid here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to cut the camera. I'm just going to start to shade in those white areas. And of course, I will just give a quick example. All right, so it is just a lighter press on that pencil colour going into that paper. All right. And as you can see there now, it is two tones, which is exactly what we want, a two-tone effect here. Lovely. All right. And if you are wondering, what about all the rest? I'll get that in a minute with his green coat and all that and his shoes. All right, okay, so that's what I'm going to do with his waistcoat now. Right then, guys, here we are. So Hagrid's waistcoat is now fully coloured in red there, or that burgundy red, shall I say. And we have got a really awesome, deeper, darker shadow effect there, which I think works really well against his waistcoat. Awesome. Right then, so another little tip now, just to make it fit within that darker theme of Hagrid. You're just going to get now your really dark brown that I told you to get at the start. And now we're just going to actually just shade over that waistcoat, very similar to what we did just by filling in those pockets of white there. All right. And that's just actually going to make it just a little bit darker than a really bright red. Yes, I think it looks really cool, but it's just a little bit too bright, I think, for Hagrid's dark, deep look that he often goes for, especially in that PS1 Hagrid. So again, just lightly going over that red burgundy colour now. You're just going to scribble a little bit of brown, as simple as that, not pressing too hard at all. And what really works is if it is just a bit of a scribble, it actually almost looks like dirt, which is kind of the vibe that I want to give with this Hagrid. Quite dirty looking, quite aged, doesn't really look after his clothes, but that's the whole idea of Hagrid, isn't it, really? Okay, and just almost like scribble over it, and it works really well. I think the effect really brings this character to life, really giving it old, dirty, creepy vibes that, yeah, Hagrid often portrays. So yeah, just run your brown pencil colour over that pink. And yeah, I think it's a really awesome effect. So yeah, just thought I would share that with you and hopefully you'll follow along with that as well. Right then, okay, so we're going to move on to his leg just here now. Again, I've already started this off and we're pretty much just going to do the same what I've done here over onto this leg here. All right then, so again, I've made some angular shapes. I've already coloured one big blob in just to save a little bit of time. And then, guys, I want you to go and do the same. And I'll show you some other colours that we can add. So once you've got some angular shapes, and they don't even have to be the same as mine, they really don't, just get creative with it. And then you're going to get a lighter brown now. I'm just peeping over here to get my colours. And whatever white shapes are left, you're just going to colour them in a different coloured brown, as simple as that. So over here, it's a bit of a lighter brown, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. All right. And then down over here, a bit of a lighter brown as well. So I'm just going to colour in that block there, that angular block. All right. And again, you might want to colour over a bit of the brown that you've already done. Just adds a little bit of effect there as well. And you know, I'm not complaining about that. All right. Now, I might actually go a little bit different and maybe add a little bit of a red tone in there. Why not? And again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other leg there. So I'm just going to add maybe a bit of a burgundy colour to this. Just here like that. Because it is a very much a mixture of colours there. If you do look into the PlayStation 1 Hagrid in detail, there's lots of different small polygons, all kind of different browns and like reds and burgundies and stuff, and blacks as well. So yeah, I'm just going to pull out a black now and just colour this white angular shape here in a black, but quite light actually, quite light. And again, what I did over on this leg was after I did the black blob, I actually then just went over the whole leg in the black this time. And again, it just gives it like an aging feel to it, which I believe works really well. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Nice. Okay, wow. That's really awesome. Going to move on to the boot now, and I'm just going to apply the same technique that I did here over onto this boot here. So what I'm going to do again is just create some angular shapes, as simple as that, kind of following along with the actual outline to some degree, Okay. All right. And again, if you're following along with me, then yeah, just please feel free to follow along with my pencil marks. But again, they don't have to match mine. All right, and then maybe one up here as well. Okay then, cool. So the angles that I've made that's what I'm going to colour in quite deep. So I'm going to press quite hard. All right, and give it a good colour in here. All right, just like that. And I'm just going to apply that same technique right at the top here. So whatever angles I've just done, I'm pretty much just going to cut that in like a deeper black. Again, one up here as well. Nice deep black. There we go. Nice. Okay. And then once you've done that, same technique that we did up here, all the lighter areas, you're just then going to shade over it, but obviously pressing a lot lighter into that pencil and then onto the paper. There we go, nice. And again, you can actually press a little bit harder maybe as you come towards those black lines. But again, it's entirely up to you, really. Okay, and then up there as well. Just make sure you're now just colouring in the whole boot. Yeah, and those angles work really well, don't they? Those are shaded areas that we did. Those angular shaded areas. Whatever you want to call them. I'm sure Dr. Black Eagle's picking up on my words as we speak. There we go. Nice. All right, then I'm pretty happy with his boot. Yeah, great. Okay. Now, as you've got the black pencil in the hand, yes, go away and do his belt, you know. I'll just quickly shade that in now, but that's pretty self-explanatory. You could add some angular shading effects there for sure. It's entirely up to you. You might even want to do a mix of colours, like seen on his trousers there. So I'm just scribbling a little bit of black now, but obviously I want you to do that a little bit neater. And again, if you want to add a bit of a mix of colours, then yes, go for it. Here you go. I've got a darker brown now, and then just scribble over it just to get kind of like, again, lots of different colours going on there with his belt, which will work really nicely. Of course, guys, you go a bit neater than that. I'm just Just speeding that up for the camera there. Okay. And then again, you might just want to colour in his buttons. No real technique to that. And you can always tidy everything up when you go around the character with the liners. Absolutely, I always recommend doing that. Right then, so the final bit now really is his green t-shirt. So you're just going to pick up a green pencil colour. I would recommend kind of a darker colour, but again, I will actually go over that green in a lovely black again. I have already used that technique there just on that inner part beneath his waistcoat. And I'm just going to show you what I did just on this sleeve here. So again, I applied that angular technique. I just made some angular shapes where I think some shading would be. And then what I'm going to do is get my pencil colour and press lightly over the areas that are white. And again, that creates that two-tone effect, which is what we're wanting. All right. And again, just over here, I'm going to create a bit of an angle, an angular shape. Doesn't have to be the same as that, absolutely not. Press really hard into the pencil. Nice and deep, nice and hard. There we go. Nice. And then of course, once your angled shape is deeply coloured, then you go and get the pencil and then you just run that pencil over really lightly. And then again, that's created that two-tone effect that we want. Yeah, great. And again, of course, you can do that a little bit neater than me. All right. Okay, and there we go. Spot on. Lovely. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm now going to get my black pencil again, and I'm just going to run my pencil over that, over the lighter part of that green. Again, just to make that green a little bit darker, because his clothes are quite dark, but also again to give it kind of that muddy, old, dirty effect, like I said, that Hagrid often portrays. So yeah, we want that effect to shine through in this PS1 Hagrid as well. And there we go. Yeah, just run your black pencil over that there. Oh, there we go. And again, you can just kind of fill out that bout there as well. And yeah, apply a little bit of detail into that bout, of course. Well, oh my gosh, there we go. Look at this PS1 Hagrid. I am so happy with that. Wow, okay. So now, guys, we're going to get the liner. I'm not going to do the whole figure, guys, today. I am really struggling with time, unfortunately. So I will go away and do this in my own time and create a beautiful masterpiece for the giveaway, obviously. But just to show to the camera, just for those that may be new and are thinking, hang on, what do you mean by going around in liner? So I'll just show you exactly what I mean now. And with the head, guys, I'd already done pretty much a let's colour of the head here for the previous giveaway. So if you haven't seen that, definitely skip back to my previous video where I do a full let's draw and let's colour of this head. I just thought to save time, because we've pretty much already done a blown up one of this, I'll save time and already do that for you. Okay, I would just like a nice, again, base colour all the way. So now, guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to get those tips. Now, to start off with, I think just to give a bit of an example, let's get a nice red tip. And this what really makes the character come to life. And I apply this technique with all my drawings. Now, what you're going to do is wherever a black line meets the colour, for example here it's that reddy burgundy colour, you are simply just going to run the liner, that tip, around the perimeter of that area where the colour kind of meets the black line. Okay. All right. And you're just going to feed that all the way down. Okay, and you just complete the whole shape. All right, lovely. And again, you would apply the same technique here. You follow the black line. You may need to go over it a few times. All right, down here as well. And then across here. And can you see how this is taking shape now? I don't know why. It's just a technique that I applied many years ago when I was at college. And it's just stuck with me. It works really well. It just brings the character to life. And I just believe it just kind of creates, it just identifies, maybe that's what I'm trying to say. It just identifies every single part of the character or whatever you're trying to draw. It just illuminates it a little bit more to just capture the eye, and then it can draw the eye into different areas to then capture a lot more detail. That's what I believe anyway, and that's why I like to apply it. And of course you would do the same on this square here and that square there. And again, another example, let's get my green tip. Okay, and you would apply that same technique. So for example here, I'm running that green liner just around the perimeter of the shape where the black line meets the colour, and you may need to go over it a few times. There we go. And again, you're just going to do the same on all the green features. Okay, and then down. There we go. Nice. And of course, you know, you would do it with the top there as well. I'll just do that line there and do the rest in my own time. But yes, that's exactly what I want you to do, guys. Go around that in the liner. All right, so you got your reds there, your greens, of course, a bit of brown. Yeah, go around those in a bit of black as well, the deeper browns. I would advise maybe using a little bit of orange around the skin area there. And yeah, then you'll have created a really awesome full figure PlayStation 1 Hagrid. How great. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up and I'll meet you over in the main studio. Come on, let's take another sip then, guys. Come on. Oh yeah, baby. Right then. And yeah, of course, going on my Spyro coaster. Well, I am really happy with how this full figure PS1 Hagrid came out. Oh my gosh. Now, again, guys, I do apologise that I didn't actually go around this in the tips. I will go and do that in my own time. I am a little bit strapped for time this weekend because it's Christmas. I've got to go and see family. But nevertheless, I'm really happy that I managed to actually get this coloured in, get a base colour on with all the lovely deeper, darker shades that I like to call them. With the, yeah, those two-toned colours, and with those tips, then you can actually make almost like a three-tone colour as well by going around some of those shaded areas that we did, but not actually fully go around them. You just kind of go up ever so slightly to the edge and back round again. Anyway, I'm chatting rubbish because I'm not showing you, and you just got to try and imagine it. So
Anyway, I'm chatting rubbish because I'm not showing you and you just got to try and imagine it.
I'll leave it at that. But of course, OG members of the channel will know what I'm on about. And yeah, but there we go. Really happy with that. And I'll let you know when the next competition goes live to win this bad boy as well. It will be when I've fully done it though. Yeah, because it's obviously not quite complete yet, guys. Yeah, not quite to my standard just yet. But anyway, again, can I just say a massive congratulations to Leonie, who won this PS1 Hagrid here. Very, very well done, Leonie. And of course, I'll get in contact with you very shortly. But guys, of course, we're still in December. We're still cracking through that advent calendar. So we're going to bring it up now, and I believe we're on the 14th. So yes, shall we see what is behind door number 14 in the Harry Potter advent calendar as well. I'm getting quite good at flipping that open now. In fact, I quite like the shoulder movement here that I've got for this. So here we go. 14 coming out. Who have we got? Let's just carefully put this down. Oh my god, oh my god. Ooh, whoa, yeah, we're good. Okay, and this is wrapped up quite well. Oh, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We all know who that is. We've got Harry in his ball gown there. How wonderful. Now, yeah, actually in this calendar, I do remember there being quite a few Harrys, actually, multiple ones, but him just in different clothing. I believe there's one with him with just his school uniform as well, maybe a little scarf on. So I thought that's really cool. But yeah, you do actually get duplicates in this, but just wearing or a different clothes or in a different stance. Yeah, but nevertheless, that is really awesome there. And we've got Harry in his Yule Ball gown, shall I say. So there we go. That was behind door number 14. Oh, my word. Yeah, definitely cracking through them now, aren't we? Right, then we'll pop that behind door number 14 again, ready for my TikTok live. Very excited for that. We are playing through Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, so very fitting. And yeah, can I just say a massive thank you to Leonie again, because she has bagged comment of the day. Oh my gosh, again, yes. She was just saying that she really appreciated my Pokemon video. I think she quite liked how it was just a little bit different to the usual one. It was just me just sitting back, relaxing, and Costa having a chit chat with my friend and just flicking through a load of Pokemon cards. And I think she really enjoyed that. So yeah, thank you, Leonie. You have also bagged comment of the day. How fantastic is that? And of course, I'll pop this on the end of the video. Right then, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for all your continuing support. It really does mean the world. And again, a massive thank you to Leonie and a well done for bagging the PS1 Hagrid. Oh my word. And again, guys, yes, full details of when this competition goes live will be this week. So definitely stay tuned. And again, I do apologize. I didn't quite get around the lining today, but nevertheless, still happy that we managed to get a base colour done. Right then, guys, well, that is me, the Artsy Gamer. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's YouTube video. Over and out.